to Gundam Evolution. Not Hades. Yeah, yesterday. So, I kind of want to get back into Gundam. Excuse me, see that quite a bit. But there is quite a bit to talk about tonight. And I'm gonna, let's see. Can I go ahead? Go ahead, have our chill one dude on, and we'll talk about before we get get to a casual match here. So for game already found.
This is a point capture mission.
Man, there's a lot to talk about tonight.
Yeah, there surprisingly is.
There's another bit of news I just found out just a couple of minutes ago, and ouch.
I bet I can guess.
What would that be?
Is it, the Star Wars game delay?
Yeah, it is. I'm like, seriously? You're gonna take one of my main...
I'm not used to your, messenger photo being that. Caught me a little off guard. It's like, who are you and what are you doing in my messenger?
Oh, what do you mean? Like the schedule, or just like...
No, I'm used to your old photo.
Oh.
There you go, I sent the meme.
Shoot. And I need... Uh-oh.
Anyway, I think the delay is a good thing, because EA in the past had a history of releasing unfinished games and rushing them out. It's not even that long of a delay, really.
No, but it's getting real... The funny thing is, it's actually really close to my birthday, so, like, it's now gonna be April 28th. So it's really close.
Wow, that was the tail end of April. All I heard was in April. I didn't do the math.
No, EA sent a statement on Twitter saying it was going to be delayed till the 28th of April.
Okay. I only saw it was 6 months, so. Or 6 weeks.
Ah, shoot. Why? Why did I do it? I'm terrible with the Exia. Shoot. I haven't played this game in like months or weeks. Get away.
So now Resident Evil 4 really stands on its own.
Oh, yeah. It will, because, like, that's pretty much the only other game besides, like, Fatal Frame that will pretty much will show up, which it's not gonna be even competition to Resident Evil, honestly. So I mean, oh well, but it's not like... Ah, crap. But, there's, like, I wish Anthony would be here, because there's gonna be a lot of opinions about what James Gunn has said today. Which I'm kind of surprised with what he said during his little 6-month presentation.
6 months?
6 minute.
Oh.
Because he just put a...
I didn't watch it, but I watched Cody Leach talk about it, so I pretty much have the idea.
Oh yeah, there's a lot, like, within those 6 minutes, he put a lot of information, like a big old info dump on us. We're on the tail end of January. Just for us, so, like, and to dissect for what we're having in the next, 10 years? Because he even put out a movie release date already, too. Surprisingly.
Oh, was it the Batman 2?
No, he put Superman.
Oh. Well, they also put out a date for the Batman 2.
Or
I saw it on Twitter.
He said they are called, instead of Batman 2, they're just calling it Part 2 instead.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Which, it's weird that... Because, and this is the unfortunate thing with the Batman, they're just going to consider it an Elseworld story. For what they're calling it. So it's not even going to be part of the DC canon that James Gunn is doing.
I don't really care about whether it's canon or not. I just care for the movies to be good.
Oh, yeah.
He's doing his own kind of Batman with the brave and the bold.
And that's the weird thing. I'm not sure it's one of the worst Robins that they could have possibly had to put in there, which is Damian. No, not a lot of people.
Yeah, hopefully they can make his Robin tolerable.
Because I am not, like, every media that Damian, he is such a brat and an asshole to anybody around him. I hate saying that, but he practically is. I'm just... Why? Why would you want to do that? And can we please... Can you tell us who the main villain would at least be? Besides just saying, oh, it's a Grant Morrison story. Like, I'm just... Yep. Uh-oh. Ah, crap. Of course. I had to lose. But here's the funny thing I'll say about this. They said about Superman Legacy, which is the title of the movie. It's like, here, we're actually not gonna do an origin story for him. Like, thank God. We don't need another Superman origin story. We already know how he came to be Superman after 2 times.
Yeah, that's a good idea. No origin story.
Like, But the thing that kind of makes me worried, like, are we gonna be introduced to Superboy? At Legacy. Like, are we already getting the Super Sons already? If we're already having Damien in the mix already, I just feel like they're gonna introduce John Kent. Ah, nuts. Of course. The... I kind of also find this weird. A Wonder Woman... kind of a Wonder Woman TV show again?
4, 3, 2, 1. Mission complete. We've been defeated. This sucks.
Because the way I'm hearing,
just watch.
Paradise Island is Themyscira.
Yeah, that's not one of the projects I'm that excited for.
I mean, I'm not too crazy about it because of, like, they're saying it's gotta be like Westeros and Game of Thrones and it doesn't sound like what that should be. Let alone you're technically saying this is almost a Wonder Woman origin story again. Almost. Because let me look at my note. Like, let me look at my notes. Superman we just talked about. I would be very interested about the Lanterns TV show.
That was Cody Leach's #1 most anticipated.
Oh, you have so much lore with the Lanterns. Like, you could even explore not just the Green Lanterns, but all the other Lanterns that, like, they could possibly throw at you.
Yeah, we haven't really gotten any good Green Lantern anything, really.
Like, there's only just been the movie with Ryan Reynolds, which
no one likes.
And then there's been only a few that, or I should say, there's only one TV show that they had in late 2000s, early 2010s that I am aware of. So I would be heavily interested because they're also saying, like, this is going to be heavily focused on Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart. And we haven't had, like, a live-action Jon Stewart yet. So, it could be very interesting to see what's going to happen. Plus, they're saying it would be, like, a true cop show. So, they're going to tag along. And the way James Gunn is talking about this, there's going to be other Lanterns involved.
Finally. Lock and load, ladies.
Like,
defend the target locations and prevent them from being captured.
Like, people are speculating, like, we could see, like, Kyle Rayner or We could see Guy Gardner lanterns, or even the new lanterns like a Simon Baz and Jessica Cruz. So there's a lot of potential for that show to happen. Like, it's a good thing it's an HBO Max show, so...
Yeah. HBO Max gives you more confidence, because, like, you don't have the confidence if it's, like, Netflix.
Yeah, exactly, because I'm just like,
Especially you get, like, the right kind of writers or directors.
I just hope it'll be adapted well. I just want it to succeed, because that'll probably be my most anticipated project. Like, I might like Batman, Superman, Flash, any other character, but I feel like I have a better attachment to like the Lantern, like Green Lantern, because of the lore behind it and what like each color signifies to each color. So I'd be very personally interested. And then I'm looking at my notes here. Supergirl, I am a very bit iffy. I am very iffy on that movie.
Well, this one's gonna be more closer to the actual comics, because, like, the CW show is not even close to the comics.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know.
She's a lot more unhinged in the comics. Like,
the recent comics that they're talking about today, which I wrote in my notes that it's going to be a Tom King series, so I may be low-key interested, but, like, at the exact same time, it's kind of like 50-50 with Tom King, because he's written good comic book arcs, and then there's some comic book arcs recently that have just, like, I don't know if I would be interested into it. So it's kind of like a 50-50 for me, for what I've heard. Like, sometimes I've heard some of his Batman books have been good, but I've heard, like, others that he's done in the past aren't that great. So it's kind of a coin toss whether this one will succeed or not. And we need to have a good adaptation, because the last movie, it's just unwatchable and laughable.
Select the suit you wish to pilot.
Unfortunately. Like, I hate to say it, but like, you could barely find any physical media as, like, hardly find a DVD because, it's just that awful.
Your mission is to defend the two objectives.
Like, it's even worse than Superman 4.
All hands to battle stations. Hostiles incoming.
oh yeah. That movie's terrible.
And that's why I'm saying, like, this is the one movie I'm just like, ugh. Like, and this is gonna be in your chapter 1? Mm-hmm. Like, There's some of them I'm just kind of like, really? I would have thought this would have been.
And apparently he's like some loser who went back in time to like be like a celebrity because they don't have that technology back then. Like it could be like a really fun dark comedy.
That's what I could be hopeful. Like, could this be the Deadpool that we need?
That's what I'm liking about these DC projects. They're the opposite of like safe and templated.
Like
some of it is like R-rated or like
oh yeah, like Swamp Thing for example. It's gonna be dark.
Yeah, that could be pretty cool. Like I don't have very like high expectations of any of these projects. I'm not like getting really excited about anything. It's just like I'm giving them the chance to like impress me or have some movie that
or a TV show that would extremely wow you.
Yeah, or surprise me or come out of nowhere. Like the Suicide Squad movie, that came out of nowhere, and I thought that was a really damn good movie.
Yeah, some people are saying it tanked though, so...
Well, it came out like during the pandemic, and it also went on HBO Max, so that's one reason it tanked.
No, you... Don't think so. I mean, some of these projects, they're interesting to know, but the thing is like, there's some questionable ones, like The Brave and the Bold is a big one for me. You're introducing Damian Wayne. What, how many years in Batman's history?
Objective contested.
And you're just going straight towards when Damian's like a teenager. Well, whoa, that's a big jump for your Batman. Like, this is a seasoned Batman. Compared to, like, say, like, the Batman.
1 minute remaining.
Come on. No, you don't.
Did you really miss anything?
No. I have most of them, like... there's one series I'm kind of like, what?
4, 3,
Waller?
2, 1. Round complete.
I think that one seems pretty pointless.
Like, are we trying to do like a Nick Cage, or not Nick Cage, but a Nick Fury type of show that we're dealing with the Suicide Squad? And possibly, and this is the weird one, also the weirdest one, Creature Commandos. And that's
Was that the animated one?
Yes, it is.
I honestly know nothing about that one.
Same here. That's the first time I've really hearing about it too. So,
Are you ready?
he's really pulling out like a Guardians.
Ready to go anytime. Strapped in and ready to
Like probably like a C to D list team.
Got the skills to pay the bills.
Or actually, less than that. Probably an F team that no one's really heard about. in a very long time. And he's gonna try to put a Guardians in the mix.
You can join Caleb's game. No thanks.
No, you don't.
That's what my PlayStation just said. So I was late because I finished watching that 90s show. I watched the finale.
Oh, they already finished it already?
Yeah, they released all the episodes at once.
Oh.
I think the show is good, but it's not as good as that 70s show. It definitely has funny moments in it. Like in the first episode, Katie's explaining what happened with Fez, how he was a foreign exchange student, and then she was like, and his country forgot to take him back. That's funny. Fez actually appears a lot in that 90s show. He's the character from the original that appears the most. Eric only appears in one episode, which is the premiere, which with Donna, who they bring their daughter Leia, and then Leia is like probably the main character, more the main character. She spends the summer with the Red Kitty, and she gets new friends, and she's friends with the Kelso, with Michael Kelso's son, whose name is Jay. And then also Bob pops up, which is Donna's dad, and the older guy that they hang out with in that 70s show, he pops up. I forgot his name. Who's like a druggie kind of. But there's some really there's more funnier scenes too. Like Kitty brings down like a stack of Eric's old stuff from his bedroom, and is like, "Oh, you don't want these. These are magazines that Eric used to look at." And she was like, "And they're all redheads. He must have had a type." And Red's fucking hilarious, like usual. He always tells Leia, who's Donna and Eric's daughter, that she's part dumbass. He's referring to Eric. He's like, Kitty talking to me. We had one kid, and then Kitty talked me into having another one, and then we had Eric. And he's like, and yeah. I forgot how he says it, but he says it funny, like he doesn't care. Yeah, it was good. And it ends on a cliffhanger.
Probably for like a season 2, maybe?
Yeah, if Netflix doesn't cancel it, because they cancel shit like crazy. It was only 10 episodes, and each episode's like 22 minutes. And then the finale, it shows a scene of the original cast from that 70s show. A scene from the original, or from that 70s show, when they're around. There was not enough circle scenes where they're like sitting around smoking. Also, something that annoys me with the show is they don't even address Tide at all, which I'm sure is Netflix is doing. They don't want anything to do with that actor. And Jackie and Michael only appear in one episode also. It's like Fez is in the TV show more. Yeah, like he talks about how he wears tight pants, and he's dating this one of Leia's Leia's best friend's mom. And I forgot what Leia's best friend's name is, but she's a teenager. She asks she asks for a 20 for her mom, and Fez is like, yeah, I'll get you a 20. Puts his hand in his pants. He's like, I'm feeling around for a 20, and he pulls it out, and it's hard to get his hands in his pants, and he's like, oh, it's a 50, you can have it. And she's like, thanks. She's like, thanks, you're the best dad, or something like that.
Wow.
Also, they still continue the joke of not saying what Fez's country is, because Katie starts saying Fez's country, and then like a blender comes on, you can't hear what she's saying. Did that in the original, in that 70s show also. Yeah, but I watched it in 2 days. I watched the first 5 yesterday and the last 5 today. I was gonna stop on episode 9 so I could join in on time, and I was like, fuck it, now I'll watch the finale too.
Yeah, that's fine.
Wrap it up.
Oh, boy. No. Let me see what's going on here. Yep.
So Dustin, proud of myself, got past grounded on Last of Us. I kind of figured I'd be able to do it, but took some time. The playthrough probably took me longer than normal.
So now you're just ready for the DLC at this point.
I'm dreading the DLC. I might need the DLC this weekend. I'm dreading the DLC because the last part's a pain in the ass. The last part makes me not want to play the DLC. It was hard enough on the difficulty below that difficulty. By the way, I think I'm gonna play Ungrounded. I think I'm gonna play Last of Us Part 2 on the difficulty below Grounded before I decided to record. I'm not gonna record my Part 2 playthrough. I'm gonna play on the difficulty below Grounded. So then when I play Last of Us Part 2 on Grounded, I'm kind of more prepared for it. Because I don't feel like I'm nearly as good with Part 2 as I am with Part 1. And Part 1, you really have to know what parts you can skip to save bullets and stuff and supplies. I'm not that good with Part 2 yet. And oh my god, dude, I struggled on the dam.
Lock and load, ladies.
I haven't seen that part.
I was on low health most of the time. There's only 3 areas in the dam that you have to fight people in. And the second area, I was probably on the longest. Also, I struggled in the hospital, too. That last hospital, not the last hospital area, but the one before the last one with all the guys, all the people. Oh my god, I hate that area. That area is the hardest. I think that area is the hardest in the whole game with people. There's so many people. It's hard to stealth people in that area. Oh, I got Dead Space today. I installed it and played it though. I also got those 2 4Ks also. Which I'll need your magical powers of Dustin of pushing the disc thing in when you come Friday for Dawn of the Dead.
One of these days you gotta do it yourself.
But my Event Horizon one's fine. I also found out somehow I fucking had syrup over my table on Saturday. Don't even question this because I don't know how this happened. Because I never eat on that table in my living room. And I wiped it off. And then yesterday I found out I had fucking syrup on the back of my remote for my TV. And I don't even remember the last time I had syrup on anything. So I'm just not even going to question that.
Someone's eating too many waffles.
So I'm making a waffle junkie. I eat them in my sleep now.
Mm-hmm. Come back here. Wait, where?
The objective is to destroy Megatarg and set at Objective A. Prevent enemies from disarming the Megatarg.
Shit.
Right. And then tomorrow I'm supposed to be getting my other 4K.
3 minutes remaining.
I still haven't watched Deadly Night yet, or not Deadly Night.
Violent Night?
Violent Night, yeah, I haven't watched it yet. I might watch that tomorrow. Yesterday my goal was to finish Last of Us, so I did that. It took me 46 minutes to finish it, and then I went back to watching that 90 show.
So your finale's like, well, are you gonna call it your finale, or are you just gonna?
Yeah, I call it finale.
Oh, you did.
By the way, there's a thing on PlayStation 5 that you can edit your videos. It's called Share Factory Studio. And you can add like different, there's a lot you can do with your videos. Apparently it's a lot better than some PC things you can do, edit your videos on, and it's free. I actually looked at it, it's...
What? I did... when I really don't have that much time. So I'm just like, here, I'm just gonna stream it instead, and just worry about the thumbnail later.
Yeah, I didn't even bother with the thumbnail really.
Like, I'm actually surprised I'm actually gonna do the finale of Yakuza 0 Sunday, so.
Yeah, that last hospital part, Dustin, I was like trying to stealth everybody, and I had to start being aggressive because it was taking me too damn long. I didn't want it to be 2 videos. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna start being aggressive. So every time I got a chance to shoot someone in the head, I fucking did it. And now throw bottles at people. Because I just tried running past that part, and there's too many enemies. You really can't. I didn't think I'd have enough bullets for the final part where you fight people, but it was surprisingly easy. I watched a little bit of this guy do permadeath on Last of Us Remake, so I got a little bit of some tips from him.
Damn.
Beat the game in 6 hours on permadeath on the hardest difficulty, by the way.
I didn't think I'd beat the game that fast on normal.
Did you watch me do the sniper part, Dustin?
No, I don't think so. I've only seen specific videos. I mean, I can't watch all 18 of them this quick.
Yeah, like, I struggled a little bit because I watched a speedrunner do it, and I could not pull off what the speedrunner was doing. I kept dying over and over again, so I kind of had to BS hit myself. But basically, you go on the left, and there's like some people on the left, but you can, if you do it well, you can get past those people and just run up to the building. I got lucky because I was doing my ass beat, then the game gave me a checkpoint. So I got to the sniper without killing, I may have killed one person, I don't remember. I either killed one person or no people getting up to the sniper. And and then I struggled a little, I didn't struggle that much with the shooting the people, I failed a couple of times, which is to be expected of me. But when that one infected attacks the kid, you shoot him, you shoot the infected, but then after that, when all the infected are running after them, you don't have to shoot a single one, because none of them will die. So you can just sit there and do nothing. I did not know that.
Damn,
Also,
someone's tired.
Yeah, I've been up since fucking 6 o'clock.
1 minute remaining. Select the suit.
And also, on one episode, I left my mic on accident. So there's like an annoying buzzing noise in the episode.
Oops.
I didn't find my mic. I didn't realize my mic was on until like almost all the way to the episode or part, whatever it's called.
What?
Megacharge countdown has begun. Defend it until the objective is destroyed. 10 seconds remaining. The enemy is trying to disarm the megacharge. The megacharge in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So get this, one of my coworkers that I like talking to, her sister might be getting hired onto the daycare, and her sister is named Cheyenne, and she's 23, the same age as my sister. Call that weird.
Select the suit you wish to pilot.
Yep, that's weird.
And my sister also reapplied for the daycare.
Oh, yeah. Sure, that would be fun. And
My boss won't hire her back on. She worked there when she was 17 on CFS, and she got fired. She was immature. So now I have a song on my Spotify from John Wick. One of them. It's called. Actually, I have a couple songs from John Wick now on my PS5 or Spotify. Is what I keep meaning to say. It's called Think. It's like it's the main song that plays when he's in the club in the first one. Which, oh my god, I forgot how much I love that scene. Yeah, watching them back to back. I almost watched John Wick 1 and 2 back to back. I haven't rewatched 3 yet. I still say I like the original. They're very close to me though. Though, oh my god, the 4Ks. There was one scene in the original. It's when they're in his house killing his dog. It's really fucking dark on the 4K, and I thought that scene was dark. There's like at least two scenes in the sequel that are that dark. Which is the scene he's in the fucking tunnel shooting people. Remember that scene, Dustin? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that scene's dark as fuck. And that's like one of the best scenes in the movie. Or when he's fighting that one guy in the street, the woman's bodyguard that he killed. Or the woman that he killed, her bodyguard. And he's up not killing him. They go downstairs. I also love how he kills that villain at the end of the second one. He's like, yeah, I can't shoot him. Fuck it. In the head.
It's like...
And I love the cliffhanger to the second one. Everybody's gonna attack him. John Wick's like, come after me. I'm Batman.
Uh-oh. Crap. Seriously.
I'm already considering wanting to watch John Wick Chapter 4 in theaters. That's how much I like John Wick. Did you guys see Star Wars got delayed?
Yeah, we were just talking about it at the start of the stream where, like, great, yay. Thank you, Twitter.
It's just Hogwarts Legacy. Dude, I watched a video on Friday night about all the mechanics on Hogwarts Legacy that have been talked about. And dude, let's talk about a game that I will be overwhelmed with. That's the fucking game, right there. I've heard of all the mechanics and how deep the combat is, and oh my god, dude, I'm gonna be overwhelmed with that game. Off the starts.
And you have free of choice too, if I'm not mistaken too.
You have what?
Like
free choice?
Yeah, like for what to do in the game, so.
Yeah, it's an RPG. That's what usually what RPGs are.
Not like.
Well, that depends. It's not a class simulator, if that's what you think.
Also, apparently they said that you don't actually have to. Yeah, you don't have to go to your classes, but you get benefits from going to your classes. You learn different spells, and you get quests too from the teachers. And there's multiple ways you can ride around the world, like different mounts. And they're exploring every single room in Hogwarts. They said Hogwarts is freaking huge. And apparently it's pretty book accurate too.
Got him.
And I heard the hardest difficulty is hard. Yeah. So there's nothing above hard right now. Which I am not trying to get mad as. Definitely normal.
crap. So much for having that.
The enemy has placed a mega charge.
Fuck it, I'm rewatching the John Wick night scene on YouTube right now. I just listened to the song for the movie and now I'm like, I gotta watch the scene now. Fuck it. Violent Night, very close to each other. Well, the sound quality for this kind of sucks. I should expect.
We've been defeated.
I also like part one so much. I wouldn't say so much more, but I like part one over two because two he's forced to go back in, but in one you understand his motivation completely. He has a better motivation for being in it. His wife gave him a freaking dog to grieve with because she died. She was dying or died or whatever, and then they came in and fucking murdered his dog and stole his car.
Yeah,
Also,
asshole kid just had to take his car.
Also, Ruby Rose is in the second one, so that's automatically a flaw. So Ruby Rose doesn't talk at all in the whole fucking movie, which is how I want her acting to be. She wasn't very good in Batwoman.
Oh, it looks like in Resident Evil 4 remake, if the Ganado capture Ashley, you can stab them with a knife.
Ooh.
You don't have to hide her in dumpsters now.
Didn't know that was the thing, but ooh.
You didn't know that was a thing?
I've never even seen the whole game.
You don't have to. I mean, that's just like a recurring meme of the game.
I don't understand people like that game. Must be with severe nostalgia. Oh, yes. Don't want to take people out. Basement all clear, yes. Sorry, bitch.